What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and I'm here with the Boss Rush Special Advent Dungeon event. Of course, this is going to be part of the Knights Chronicles content creator program, because this is obviously content that's in the game, that's coming to the game, and it's really good that we should discuss it and go over everything that's possibly coming into the game at the moment. Now, the Boss Rush Advent is pretty much, I'm just going to scroll down here, is that you're going to be fighting waves of the Advent bosses, not anything to do with their first and second stages, but just the Advent themselves. They're letting you know which ones you're going to be doing. After reading it, I'm still a little bit confused exactly how it's going to work, how you're going to actually go through these. I do see that, you know, you have several attempts. You have 3 attempts per, you know, in this thing. So as you get 3 attempts, you can do 2 here, 1 here, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. So what I've been reading and trying to get a grasp on is if you either have to beat the entire thing to get a clear, that is a clear, or for each individual difficulty considered a clear, and then once you finish it, you're done. That is what I don't understand. So you know, that's gonna be a little bit hard to really, like, do you come back in the middle of a wave? So if I do Sinclair and Tayo, do I win those stages, get a clear on those stages, losing Nikita, but then have to come back and do Nikita? Or do I have to beat Sinclair, Tayo, Nikita, Christian, and Kali? Do I have to do all of them? Now, if I have to do all of them, I would have to say that that's going to be, this is almost impossible, you know, if you have to clear all, because you won't really be able to go into certain dungeons. Tayo right into Nikita, all win into a fire dungeon is going to be hard, you know, really, really hard. And then all these, and then you have a wind down here. Actually, each one of them is a different element. This is dark, water, fire, light, and then wind. So all of these are different elements. So I'm gonna actually automatically assume that it should be done the first way more also than the latter, when it's like you have to finish it all at once. These are all different elements. And yes, in like Sinclair's dungeon, you can get away with a lot more in comparison to like Tayo's. But then you go to Nikita's, where it's a literally DPS race, and it's like, you know, how is that supposed to work? Another thing that they don't mention here as I'm scrolling through all of this, they do not mention if the bonus require hero or anything like that is in this, or, you know, ban heroes, because as we all know, Tayo is banned in like Nikita. So if I wanted to bring Tayo to, you know, to one-shot Sinclair as like me trying to optimize my team, then I go to Nikita, then he's a negative 300 attack, you know, to my team. Then all of a sudden I lose. So it's very interesting in how that's going to work, or is it going to keep pulling you out and back and forth? Don't really know how that's going to work. And I did read here with a fixed number of 3 entries per day, regardless of difficulty. Exactly. Like I said, dungeon tickets can be used twice a day, and a number of entries will be recharged back to 3 entries when using a ticket. 3 dungeon entry daily plus 2 tickets equals 9. Math. So dungeon tickets can be used twice per day, recharging 3 entries. So yes, you can enter 9 times. So I'm assuming, you know, either you're gonna do this, you could do this 9 times, or you can do this partially. I don't know how that's supposed to work. I really don't know. But they do come here, and then they tell you about the actual rewards. And first clear reward, if you do Hell, you're gonna get an Evo Mon, limit break, free limit break. And this one, you're gonna get a 4-star SSR, which they do exclude certain heroes, which I don't really understand why they do it. They might as well just make it a blanket one. Well, actually I do, because depending on if they bring this back, they might still have it restricted, but who knows. Now, repeatable rewards. So this is if you keep beating it over and over and over again. So you can get a 6-star SSR, and hence this is not 100% drop. This is gonna drop. These 4 things will drop. You might get a 4-star hero, and you might get a trigger rune. So, you know, that's okay. You know, not the best rewards. And again, if you guys are from my Time Space Void videos, you would see that I just don't feel like, if I start struggling, even though I was trying to do it for the video, for the completion, I'm not doing that anymore. And I lost a lot of free stamina trying to do something for 60 stamina. And you can bet that these are going to be high stamina cost things, because you're getting like kind of free stuff here. So yeah. And like I said, this is not 100% drop. We don't know. I think that it's funny that they, I don't think it's funny at all. They should have actually, if this is 100% drop, you should have told us what the drop rate is for these are as well. you know, because that depicts whether or not I feel like doing it or not. Secondly, we have the Apocalypse, which yes, you can clear it first. You get an SSR hero, and then you get 6-star SSR enhancement, whatever drop that is. These are 100%, and it's, I think they have it in blue, but they don't say that. I think this is what is implied, which they should have said, that anything in blue is, you know, that's a fault. You know, you guys should be more transparent with that. Is that anything in blue is probably a first time drop. I'm assuming that they should actually have that there, but I'm just assuming that, right? So your first time clear will give you a Evolve Mon, a 5 to 6-star trigger runes. They should just make these highest. If it's not 6, it's irrelevant. Because if it's not 6, it should be a 3. And the reason why I tell you guys that is that I don't know if you guys actually take runes and level them up to transform them. It's actually cheaper to start at a 3-star than to get a 5-star rune. A 5-star rune is like super useless. It's so garbage in the game, but it's gonna cost you more to level that up to plus 15 than if you take a 3 that's cheaper in the earlier stages and then goes to a 4, but it's still cheap. But when you start with a 5, you're paying 5-star enhanced rating, so it's more expensive in the long run, even with the enhanced stones and everything. So you're actually better either getting a 6 or a 3. That's it. That's actually how it should be. Like this 5 to 6, just give me a 6. Just give me a 6, because if I get a 5, I'm just throwing it. I'm tossing it. It's a waste of time. It's just a waste of time, because I didn't know this until I actually started doing this for certain character builds, that a 3-star eventually levels up as you're leveling it to a 4, then it goes up to a 5 right before it hits 15, and then when you hit it at 15, it turns into a 6-star. So it just doesn't matter. That's just a little heads up if you guys didn't know that. And yeah, see, this is 100% drop. So when you do this, if you can do it, every time you enter, you'll get a free fodder. That's good. But like I said, it depends on how the mechanic of how it works. They should have specified that. I really think that they should have. All right, so this event only applies to the boss rush and the special dungeon. Boss rush will only be available during the event time. I did not mention that, but the event time is going to be from the 31st to February 6th. So it's a pretty short period of time. I thought this was going to be a more permanent event, but it is not, apparently. Or maybe they'll keep bringing it around every couple weeks or so. We'll have to see. But yeah, the initial clearing contains. They're just letting you know what's in these tickets, excluding the Grand Duke and Heroes obtained from the secret shop, guild exchange, which is, let's see, again, this is good clarification, but they didn't clarify this. You know, it's an assumption, but you know, they clarify that you're not gonna get like Cheshire or Ian from the SSR ticket. Makes sense, right? So that's it. I mean, these rewards seem okay-ish, not the best, especially for how hard I think Apocalypse is. These rewards should be phenomenal, but I don't know, this especially with the void the time space void rewards, I don't think that, you know, when it comes down to reward, they always, a lot of these companies, not just Netmarble, but a lot of companies, they want to hold back on really good stuff because of the, probably because of the higher up people able to actually probably do this with ease. They know that they can do this with ease. So for the people that struggle, it's always us, the, you know, mid-range casual people that are gonna probably unable to clear this, and then we're like, well, that sucks. Then we go over here and it's like, you might get this. And it's like if it's actually hard, like I want it to, you want to be rewarded handsomely, you want to be rewarded really good. And that's pretty much all I have to say about that. It's a lot of, we have to see still, because they didn't really specify how this wave mechanic works. Do you come back in the middle of a wave? Can you like beat 3, lose at 4, and then come back and finish 4 or 5? Do you have to actually complete the entire thing? Like I said, if that's the case, I'm not even gonna try Apocalypse. It's just not gonna happen. I might try it once for a video to show people that they shouldn't do it, especially because I'm assuming the stamina here is gonna be like 70. This is gonna be like 52 or something like that. It's not gonna be really worth it unless you know for a fact you can clear it. Also, it depends if these are the same heroes with the same buffs and stuff. That is a huge thing. Taio has his, you can't ult him for like, you know, he takes less damage from S3s for the first couple waves. That's going to be a little bit of a problem. How are your cooldowns? Are your cooldowns going to be the same, or does the cooldowns refresh on the intro into the next wave? Nikita, you know, composure. Then you go into that, and then you're going to go straight into Christian, and it's like, okay, now you're going to do that, and then boom, you're in Kali. who you need like the why. Like I'm pretty sure that you guys can probably theorycraft characters that can probably solo each stage by themselves, which is what you'd have to do. You'd have to find someone that can do Sinclair by himself, which would be like Christian. Someone that can do Tayo, but if it's regular Tayo, he's going to have resolve and he has two not resolve, he has to just revise, right? He's having 2 lives and he does a massive amount of damage. You're forced to bring a reviver to do this. And then you have Nikita's dungeon, who has punishment reviving mechanics, which sucks because those things are going to spawn. And then you're going to need someone that has anti-revive, which yes, you might be able to bring in Verdandi for that, but can Verdandi by herself take out this Nikita? Good luck. So like, what do we got? We got Christian, Kali, Verdandi. For actual Christian's dungeon, Christian was that, so I guess you're pretty much safe there. You got a double pick there, and you have Kali, who needs who's was like Morrigan, specifically costume Morrigan. So it's somewhat doable, but it's I feel like you're just gonna come up short more often than not, and then you're just losing stamina. So yeah, Christian's gonna be a high pick. I think Kali is a good pick. Then you need Verdandi to do Nikita because of the pigs. You have to kill the pigs, so it's like you need that. And Verdandi is, you notice, Verdandi's the only banner character I've mentioned. So you're kind of screwed if you don't have Verdandi. Your other option is what? Nemesis? Why would you bring Nemesis into any of these other dungeons? Not gonna help you. So I don't know. It's a lot of what ifs and glorious stuff like that. But I am still looking forward to it. But it is a bit scary, and the implication of it, the application of it, sorry, will be very telling on whether or not this is going to be an event you want to do. Like you're not getting any. The only time you're getting an SSR hero is if you can clear that once, and it's going to be highly dependent. And it's not a separate currency, like stamina currency. You're going in there with your stamina. So either you're going to do that. You're gonna do this event, or you're gonna do your Evo dungeons, depending on how much it is. You have to choose. So, what are you gonna choose, brother? And this just rolling through the comments. It's not just me. There are also people that are a little bit upset, mostly with the rewards. I'm surprised people are just. I'm more upset about the mechanics because But yeah, a lot of people are upset about the rewards. They're tired of not getting SSR selectors for something that's supposed to be based off what they said here. Where is it? 5-star Apocalypse difficulty is the hardest to date. It's the hardest content in the game, and you're still getting a 4-star SSR. When they give those stuffs for, and I think someone actually pointed it out here. They actually give that stuff sometimes just for logging in. So like these are things that you would expect you would get something very incredible for clearing it. Yes, it's farmable because you get it to do it for like, what is that, 7 days or something like that. So yeah, so it would be a little bit too strong if you could technically have, in the farmable aspect of it, farmable SSR ticket or something like that. But they're looking at the first clears. The first clear, one SSR selector wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, especially when they're already limiting the pool from 1.5 update to say like, oh, you can't get these certain characters. But why? If you're already limiting the pool, then might as well get the ticket, the SSR selector. Why not? Why not do that? So, yeah, pretty much. I don't know why I force her here since it's no different to the Evolved dungeon and such. We'll see. I don't think that, like, a person they're saying like it's poorly planned. I think that it just depends on how the wave rush mechanic actually works. If you can do 2 and then finish 3, and then that's you taking 2 of your attempts for the day to beat it, that's okay. That's not bad. If you have to clear it in one go, that is going to be hardly concerning if their healths are not nerfed. Like some of these characters have high health. Sinclair has very low health. Tayo has a lot of health. He has 2 lives on top of that. Nikita has a decent amount of health. Christian has a decent amount of health. He's more on the lower side. And then Kali has 2 lives and a clone mechanic. Like, I don't know. I'm a little frightened. I'm a little scared. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Of course, I'm going to be posting this on Reddit, so let me know in Reddit as well. I do look at those comments there. I reply to pretty much everyone. What do you guys think? Do you guys think, how do you think it's going to actually work out? All that good jazz. Are you more excited? Are you scared? What's going on? Because This looks like it could be cool depending on how the wave mechanic works. We don't have a wave mechanic. We have stages, you know, or maybe it does say wave. I don't even know, because it usually doesn't say anything. It just says, you know, 1 of 3, 2 or 3. Are those considered waves? If they're considered waves, then you bet your sweet butt that you're gonna have to be able to finish all these in one go, and then that makes, I think, this irrelevant, unless their health's are nerfed or they have a buff, you know, one of those passive buffs that allow you to actually, you know, hurt them better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that's it for me, guys. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit a bell, smoke a bell, make a bell. I don't know. Also, if you have any kindness in your financial heart, you can also support the channel with a $1 minimum to Patreon. That's going to be in the links below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.